Hello all. This is your daily check-in / love reading, and I had a real think about how I wanted to present this reading to you, because I feel like I'm playing the shell game. Because I am pleased and proud and a bit chagrined to say that every pile turned out to be, in some way or another, a twin flame reading. So I was trying to think about how to make this more practical and more self-explainable to do. So I figured I would keep them separated. So, welcome. And if you persisted, thank you to my viewers, thank you to my subscribers, and those who waited for the love readings in order to view them. Now we are going to combine them all. So this is pile 1, which is the Green Witch's Oracle deck. The pile 2 was the Romance Angels deck. And the pile 3 was the Soul Symphony cards. And it just kind of built over time. This one was like, yep, this could be a bit twin flaming. And this one, oh, yep, that's flaming a little bit more. And this one was like, whoa, too hot to touch. Too hot to touch. So that's the way I have separated them out. So, oh goodness. Such excitement. First, I am going to light the Sampalo stick. Oh, are you gonna? I am going to cleanse all of the cards. The cards that I used yesterday, some of these I used yesterday, and ask that the divine is with us. Cleansing of myself, send some cleansing to you. Take a deep breath. Feel it reach you. This is how energy works. Give it a try. Take a deep breath. And let yourself be cleansed. Thank you, Divine. Thank you to all the angels, archangels, ascended masters, totems, guides, guardians, for being with us at this time, for helping us get some clear answers, particularly to those who help us with relationships, like Archangel Michael, I wasn't going to say him, but I guess, yeah, he does, because he's the protector angel. So, when protection and boundaries are required, yes, he would be very helpful. But Raphael, because relationships are part of your well-being and your health, I call on Archangel Raphael to help us get clear messages for these decks. Especially the green one. And of course the Romance Angels. Please give us some clear messages about each of these decks, each of these piles. So, pile number 1. Let's give you a shuffle. And I'm just going to start off with some basic questions like, how are we feeling about the situation of love that we're in right now? Like, what's our current love vibe? Okay. So, and I'm just gonna do them in one tall line. I will show you each card as I get it and put it down. Oh. Okay, so we have two. We have carnelian, which is energy, leadership, and creativity. And then we have achievement, success. Okay, so those are two very positive, and both of them, they look, I'm going to see how the cards look as I'm showing them. Oh, I can do them more down here than you can see them. So this is bearing fruit. So I think there's something definitely very positive. Ooh, it'll be like solitaire. Very positive going on for pile number 1. There's definitely some abundance going on there. Let's see. Pile number 2, romance angels. How is pile number 2 feeling about their current situation of love? Yes, I said love. Whoops. Silly today. Laughter is the best medicine. That's something our Raphael told me today. Ha ha ha. Woo! Ah, interesting. Okay, so for pile number 2, we have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life now. And you know what? I can hear your sighs. Because for a very, very long time, this is a card that came up for me. And I stopped getting this card. It is possible because it was how can finances and career be affecting my love life? Well, very easily, because your finances and your career in your life are just as important as your love relationships. So if there's something out of balance that you need to take care of, then that's something to look at. Why don't we do another card? Can we get some clarification on finances and career? And this is not a bad thing. This is just to say, you know what? Once those things are handled, oh my goodness. Okay, that's too many cards. I'm gonna ask for one card. I don't want to overwhelm the poor dears. Because sometimes, yeah, that card's hard. So, yes, a little softening of the blow. Stay optimistic about your love life, which was another card that I habitually got. Because I originally got these romance angel cards for myself when I became a widow and I was suddenly single again. I went, shit, what do I do? Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So, yes, and you know what? I think this is a Waterford. The artist, the Waterford. They look very similar. So, there are things in your life that just need to balance. But as you're balancing them, say, I'm doing this to balance all of my life, including my romantic relationships. And don't forget, you can romance the heck out of yourself anytime that you want. That's just treating yourself well. You deserve it. Do it. You know, make yourself happy. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go off and plan some things that are going to make me happy because I can. And because that's what life is about. And just because, you know, I'm working on, well, finances and career again now, at least that's what my focus is right now, that doesn't mean I'm going to forget to romance myself. Because I don't, you know, when you don't have a partner, when you're not in a relationship, you don't stop needing those things. You still need those things. You still have to get them. Like, you know, I went and I got a massage the other day because I really needed it. Really needed it. And I'm feeling much better. I can move my arm again. Hallelujah. So yeah, don't forget yourself. Don't let you get lost in the shuffle. Get it? Lost, shuffle. Bah. Okay, never mind. Oh, interesting. Obsession. And I don't know, maybe this is about a cologne, but I don't think so. So, on one side or the other, whether it's divine masculine or divine feminine, and again, that has nothing to do with gender. Gender is something that people either are sure about or people are born into the wrong body for. That is how it works. My wife. My wife was my wife because she did not mind saying I am female. But honestly, when you looked at her, you could confirm she was a dude. That was her gender expression, and that is nobody's business but the person who is saying, this is comfortable, this is not comfortable. So the gender of someone is not up to you. It is up to them. Therefore, she actually was I think, a perfect mix of divine feminine and divine masculine. And I think, honestly, that is a gift that our trans brothers and sisters, that is a line that they walk. They can be a beautiful mixture of both, just like my Kara, you know? But somebody who is straight, say a straight male or a straight female, they can be a beautiful mixture of those things too. You know, it is about the person. It is not about biology. Screw biology. It's just somewhere to start. You know, after that, it's up to the person. It's nobody's business but theirs. However, whether, pile 3, you're a divine feminine or you're a divine masculine, someone is obsessing. They're holding on and they can't let go and they are clinging. It could be the divine feminine, because the challenge of the divine feminine is to let go, is to stop chasing. It could also be if there's already separation. Again, yay, now I'm talking to all of these piles at once. I can say, just going to get a drink here because, whew. Okay. So, twin flame relationships are like this. Hot to trot. Oh my God, this is great. I want this for the rest of my life. Oh shit, what's happening? Fireworks, flame. Uh-oh, things are burning. And it's done. Rejection is protection. Words are said, the relationship ends. However, there is a deep knowing that that's your person. And that is exactly why the twin flame journey sucks. It's why it's hard. It is really hard to know that is my person. I know deep down in the marrow of my bones that is my person. But we can't be together because of X, Y, or Z. And the challenge of the divine feminine is to turn their focus to themselves and their life purpose. It is time for them to heal. It is time for them to take care of themselves, and over time get less and less obsessive, less and less thinking about the other person. There's a lot of telepathic communication that can go on between twin flames, and yes, I did experience that. So I know it to be true. However, it remains that, I went on quite a journey listening to a lot of tarot readers talk about twin flames, where I would go in cycles and, oh yay, this person is ready. No, they're not. Oh yay, they're finally ready to call. No, they didn't. And I went through a lot of ups and downs until I leveled out and realized that the twin flame journey for the divine feminine is just an opportunity to take care of the self. It honestly is, especially because divine feminines a lot of the time lack self-awareness when it comes to their own needs, boundaries, what is okay, what is not okay. They are the ones in the relationship that tend to get dumped on a bit. The divine masculine is what we would call sometimes the toxic masculinity, jergozoid, self-interested, but scared. And there's a whole thing about attachment styles. And a divine feminine has what people refer to as an anxious attachment style, which is I need validation. I need this person to say they love me right now. I need this person to say they want to be with me now. I want this person to say they want me instead of this other person. It's about the way that you learned to attach to people when you were younger. So abandonment issues, self-esteem issues, those kind of things. So I'll see if I can find a good video about attachment styles, and I will put it in one of my playlists. The divine masculine is often a person who has experienced a very rough upbringing. Somebody who was taught that it was better not to be vulnerable, it was better not to say the truth, it was better not to trust anybody because they were hurt. And that's where the compassion can come in. Because when you are hurt as a child, that is not your fault. Just like if you were abandoned or shown not enough love or too much, and that just created a specific attachment style, that was not your choice. However, when you grow up, just like everything else, you have to take responsibility for the way that affected you, and the way that then affects your relationships. You have to sort it out later. It's like a check that your parents or society writes for you that you have to comes due when you're an adult. And there are lessons in that, because often your attachment style will mesh with your personality, and there are things about your personality that you also have to work on. So we have obsession. That could be either, I want to get another card and see what else is going on for the twin flames on this hot end of the spectrum here. And yes, intensity. Twin flame relationships can be very intense, even when you're apart. But yes, I got a twin flame vibe for each one of these piles. So that's why I thought it was appropriate. Oh, gosh. Ooh. Revenge. So we have some toxic behavior going on. Now, if you're currently in a twin flame relationship, if I was a tarot reader, I would say the one who wants revenge, who has negative patterns, who kind of enjoys the show, the chaos that they create, that wants to get even, that is being childish, That's toxic behavior. That sounds a lot like the divine masculine. So I think what we have here is divine feminine, divine masculine. If that kind of behavior is going on here, again, if I was a tarot reader, I would say 7 of Swords them. Cut it off. Put the boundary down, say, no, this is where I draw the line. The disrespect is too much. The behavior is unacceptable. You don't deserve this. So I would say somebody out there needs to put themselves first and needs to choose themselves. That doesn't need to be, in the golden retriever energy of the loyal, I'll be there for you, I'll wait for you to figure yourself out. No. Compassion is fantastic, but you've given them enough time. And now you have to think about the toll that this is taking on you. See the difference here? We have abundance and light and fruit and red crystals. And, oh God, I think I have to fix things before anything happens. And then, current energy. Emergency. Oh, goodness. Okay, I think I'm going to do one more card from each of these. And so this is our current. I am going to ask the cards to look into the future and say, at the end of this twin flame road, when union occurs, what kind of energy do we have to inhabit? What kind of energy do we need to create a situation for union? First one is sickle. This is like harvest. And we've got a full moon behind it, but we have a crescent moon in front of it. So maybe some manifestation, focus, regrowth, letting go. So maybe this is saying you're in a good space, but you're not at the end. So don't worry about union right now. It's going to happen. What you need to do is continue to focus on yourself. Continue to let things regrow where they have been chopped. And continue the practice of letting go. That is a very twin flame answer, FYI. Okay, pile number 2. What energy do we have to inhabit for union to occur in the relationship of pile number 2 people? See, this is why I tried to keep it separate. So, hey, Butterfingers. This is why I tried to, or decided to do it this way, because I thought, okay, at least you can focus on the pile that, okay. So, in order to create union, which is going to happen, so they're saying twin flame union is possible. And with twin flames, union is always possible. It's not promised, but it is always possible. But what makes it worth it is the journey that you take yourself on to get there. That's what the actual focus is. It's not union. Union is the cherry on top. Okay? That is the thing with twin flame relationships. It's an opportunity for you to get your shit together and have a better life, a more balanced life. But yes, at the end of whatever relationship you pursue, there is definite union possible. And then we have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So, okay, be brave. But I would say this one goes next. Don't be afraid to make the romantic gesture to yourself, to treat yourself well, to make yourself happy. Because then, we didn't pull this card, but actually, I think maybe the painting that's the same series of John Waterhouse photos, and these are Renaissance photos in this deck, or paintings, is Smell the Roses. It makes you more attractive when you romance your own life and make romantic gestures towards yourself. Then you can recognize romantic gestures, and then bada bing, bada boom, we have a soulmate. A twin flame. And soulmates, you can have many soulmates, but you have one twin flame. Twin flames are rare. And your soulmate is your twin flame, but you can also have lots of soulmates. And by the by, if your soulmate is not ready, and you are, then if you want a relationship, you deserve a relationship. Because it's not your responsibility to walk the opposite sign. I don't know what to call it. It is not up to the divine feminine to sort out the divine masculine's problems. However, when the divine feminine gets their motor running and gets on with their life, it's like Einstein said, every action has an equal reaction. This is how energy works. And I know this because I'm a Reiki master. If you, and I walked a twin flame journey, and I experienced it. When I kept my boundaries strong and said no, they got their shit together and went a little farther along the path of self-awareness. It worked. And that honestly is just a practical thing. Because if you say no to somebody who's making an inane request of you, and he did, sorry, it is an interesting time buried in my life. It not only makes you feel good to say, not even, to have the confidence to say that, and it magically lets them go, maybe they're not interested in something like that. No, it wasn't. So, for this pile, oh gosh, I think this is going to be a longer road, as we found in the reading that we did for pile number 3. Again, union was possible. It was just that the road hadn't been walked yet. This was a new twin flame situation. So, looking into the future, where do we end up with pile number 3? And I feel I do need to re-explain all these things because other things come up that I haven't talked about yet. So, oh my goodness. Ravenous. So, this is definitely what a twin flame relationship feels like. And the crow is the raven. Oh yeah, ravenous raven. That makes sense. Insatiable, uncontrollable desires must have hunger for pleasure. So that's definitely an intense relationship. But I'm not, I want another card. So, because this energy is what you're in anyways at the start. So let's go a little farther into the future to when both parties are balanced. What does union look like then? What's the energy that both parties, because you have to vibe at the same frequency to be ready. You have to resonate with the same frequency. Because if two parties don't resonate with the same frequency, it's not going to feel right. It's going to feel awkward. It's going to feel wrong. And that's just learning to trust your intuition. Okay. So this pile is going to go through some cycles, which is okay because we already said that the road has not been walked. So ghost. And ghosting, I hate ghosting. And anybody who has used online dating apps knows what I'm talking about. People just ghost, disappearing, cold and distant, no contact, leaving behind. So you can go through a few cycles of, yes, this relationship is not healthy for me, but I don't care. And then, again, you think you repair, but we rupture again. And especially now during Mercury retrograde, when signals can get crossed. Okay, so we're going to keep going and say what is after this cycle. What's next? That one wants to come out. Oh, look at this. Look, twin flames. Yes, the road was a bit long. It was a bit challenging, but don't lose hope. Because literally, you are the only pile that literally got the twin flame card. I mean, yes, this is a relationship deck. Well, so is this one, but it's worth it. The long road that is ahead of you is worth it, because here we have the divine masculine, the divine feminine, with shared feelings, mirrored emotions, your other half, reflection of soul. It's worth it. It's worth it. That makes me want to cry a bit. It's worth it. And, again, whether this road is perfect for you because you need to give yourself more credit and take care of yourself, or because you need that, but your twin flame also has done the work so that there can be union, either way, it is worth it. Because the goal, and I will say this again, the goal of a twin flame relationship is not to come into union with someone else. It is to come into union with yourself. That has to be achieved first. And it looks like pile number 1 has already done a lot of work and is resonating with himself. Pile number 2, they still have some things to work out before they can resonate truly with what's going on. There's still a bit of work to do, a bit of truth telling, And pile number 3, I wouldn't be surprised if you broke up yesterday, And please, 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 if you are interested in these readings, tell me which pile you resonate with. And tell me if there are questions that you want answered. Because I don't think that there were any questions that anyone put in the comments. And if there were and I missed them, I apologize, and I will come back to it and do a whole other reading. But if you haven't, please let me know which pile. I know a friend of mine was in this pile, and I won't name names, but that one's for you. So, okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to, let's not burn the cards. I'm going to use this very interesting and abundant deck. And this is the singles and relationship oracle card deck. And it's what's blocking you. So what are the things, and we can do what are the things that are blocking the divine feminine, what are the things that are blocking the divine masculine. And again, keep your eye on your pile, or you could resonate with multiple piles. But the one that you really resonate with, let's do that. All right, divine feminine, pile number 1. What's blocking you? What is blocking you? Because we all have blocks. They never go away, right? Life is full of challenges, because that's how we learn things. So, not a bad thing. And especially when we can identify them, that's a really good thing. Whoop! Something. Oh my goodness. 3 came out. Okay. So, I feel like these things could be things you have dealt with in the past, because this is so positive. So in the past, there was settling. Don't stay with someone who isn't right for you just because it's safe. Retreating. Your fear of being hurt has made you retreat. It's time to get out and try again. Okay, that's current. We also have, or had, body shame. You feel unattractive to others. Work on accepting yourself, flaws and all. So I think this was the stuff that you were working on, and bravo if you've gotten a hold of this, because this is some intense, sensitive stuff. But you retreated and you took care of things, and now you're ready to try again. But remember, the divine feminine doesn't chase. You just keep doing, you do you. You keep going, because that's your job. The right relationship will find you when the right masculine energy, is ready. So what's blocking the divine masculine? Oh, that was easy. Eye candy. Beauty fades. Choose someone for their inner beauty and personality. That kind of makes me a little mad. Especially since some of the stuff that this pile was working on was body shame. So I think the divine masculine, perhaps in the past, was blocked because they were being a jerk, because they were being judgmental. They wanted a pretty package, and that was more important to them than an actual person. And that's a shallow, easy, I want the green grass. So, how do I corner this person? Okay, what have they been working on? What block have they been working on? Let's ask that question. Inquiring minds want to know. Oh. They were stuck in the past. Let go of your ex completely so you can truly welcome new love into your life. Interesting. So I think they had a hard time of letting go of the eye candy, because something was scary or unsafe about being honest about loving someone for them. Interesting. And that's about them. That's not about the divine feminine. So no. Oh, see, there's a red thread. They call the twin flame, they have called it the red thread bond. Always chasing or being chased you must be willing to commit to one person. So they were working, or they're working now, on commitment issues. So they were stuck in the past, and they realize, okay, so this makes me a little bit more happy that the divine masculine in this case is working on commitment issues. That means that they are aware of them and they're trying to sort it out. So that's awesome. All right. Whew. Divine feminine, pile number 2, and you know who you are. Oh, oh my goodness. Ah, okay. Makes sense. Pile number 2, boundaries. You need to hold good boundaries so you don't feel violated. And this is scary. This requires honesty. Where do I feel violated? Where were my boundaries not strong? And what do I need to do to make them stronger? That's a lot of work. This is divine feminine work. So you're right on task if you're the divine feminine. Also, everyone leaves. Choose a partner who can commit to you and let yourself commit to them. So this is about how I choose my partner. And when the divine feminine either walks away because they don't have a choice and they decide, or they walk away because their divine masculine has walked away, doesn't matter, you have to think about how you choose your partners, what you will accept and what you will not accept. Yay! So that's what you need to, that's like current energy, you know? Because a person that can commit to you is literally a person that's not going to leave. That's the opposite of non-committal, you know? So what is the divine masculine in this situation working on? Oh, burned out. Ooh, we've all had those moments. You feel emotionally burned out right now. Retreat and recover before continuing. So you know what? In this situation, if you're the divine masculine, you literally have nothing to give. So, confirmation. Thank you, bird clock. He. There we go. I always think of the Moody Tarot when my bird clock goes off because she's a Gemini channel, who I watch with great zeal. Her intro is a crow. It says Moody Tarot, and it's I love it. I love it. So Jessica, I love you. Oh, poor divine masculine. And she's not quite sure if she believes in this twin flame stuff, you know, and many people feel that way. It's like, you know, that's just, you know, a masculine twin flame. That's just an excuse for someone to exhibit unacceptable behavior. And it's true. It is unacceptable behavior, and you should walk away from it. But how you feel about that relationship is up to you, you know. But again, so what else is our divine, masculine, unsocial. You need to get out and mingle with new people so you can meet someone. And you know what? That doesn't have to be romantic. You know, we all need help. And maybe there's a situation that this divine masculine needs to go find to teach them something. You know, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So if you are, and you know what, I don't mean to get down on divine masculines as jerks and whatever. You know what, I apologize. Because if you're a divine masculine, you're probably like, I'm through with hearing how much of an a-hole I am. And that's my bias coming out, and that's not your fault. So if you're still listening, I'm sorry. I know. And this is why I was so committed to walking the twin flame journey, because I had compassion for the person that was my divine masculine, because he was hurt as a child. And that wasn't his fault. But yes, the stuff that was going on in a relationship, or non-relationship as the case was unacceptable. So there's a balance here, and you can remedy it, because just as the divine feminine needs to find ways to take care of themselves, so does the divine masculine. They need to get the right therapist, the right doctor, the right extracurricular activities, the right playlist, whatever it is. Okay. Now I'm going, oh God. File number 3. High intensity, divine feminine. What's blocking you right now? Because this is a right now situation. Right here, right now. There is no other place I wanna be. Right here, right now. Watching the world wake up from history. Yep. Definitely history going on. Thinking about the past, maybe past relationships too, and thinking about your role as a victim. You feel helpless to change your love life, but you can change whatever you want. We are malleable creatures. We change every day. You always can make a different choice. And when you feel like you can't make a different choice, it's because you're stuck in an emotion. And emotions are powerful. You feel them in your mind. You feel them in your body. So that's when you have to look at your needs and saying, what am I missing? What don't I have? What do I need? Because in that way, you cease being a victim and you help yourself. So what else is the divine feminine working? Anxiety. Well, that makes sense. You are afraid to get close to someone. They are scared too. Give them a chance. Well, I would definitely say give them a chance, but if you are at the stage in your relationship where I think you are, is give them a chance, but you can't do it for them. You can't even be with them when they're doing it. You can't control that. All you can control is yourself. You feel helpless to change your love life, but you can change anything you want about yourself, not about them. That is their journey, and you can't walk their journey, right? So what is the divine masculine doing right now? Ooh, that one wanted to. Unworthy. Oh. Okay, so I think upon the divine masculine's part, there was some unworthiness. The relationship of that, that relationship certainly went down in flames, experienced the sunset. You deserve an amazing relationship. Take steps to heal doubts about yourself. Okay, so this is about their self-worth. And if they did not feel worthy of a relationship with you, then there was probably some unconscious sabotaging that went on, which is not the divine feminine's fault. They were not ready to see that they were sabotaging. Or they may have been able to see and they couldn't help themselves because that particular thing is not healed yet. So what else? What is the divine masculine trying to deal with? Ooh. Rushing. You can't hurry love. The right one is coming in perfect divine timing. So this is like the divine saying to the masculine, you can't rush your feminine. Your feminine, in this case, sounds like ended the relationship with you because you have some things that you need to heal. Okay? But this could also be for the divine feminine too. And divine timing is not necessarily that you are not for each other right now. It's just that if you both work to change your energy, you could be the right one for each other down the road once you've made adjustments. Okay. So this is already... Okay, we'll go with the naked truth here. And this is information about twin flame relationships and basically the truth about what was going on when the relationship ended on the part of the divine masculine. And this could be confirmation for divine masculines as well as divine feminines if they're wondering what the heck went on. But sometimes it is hard to know, especially is there a karmic involved? And you probably know that because it probably became an issue in your relationship. Okay. So, pile number 1. What was the issue that the divine masculine was dealing with? Ooh, poppy. Oh, 2. This isn't over. You haven't heard the last from me. We have unfinished business. Okay, so for pile number 1, that tracks. The divine masculine is saying, I know we have unfinished business because there were mistakes that need to be, I need to be forgiven for. I need to make an apology. An apology is coming. We have unfinished business. And I have abandonment issues. I grew up in a single parent household. I had a rough childhood. And if this is your person, you would probably know that. Let's do another one. What else? Whoops. Anything else? Oh. I didn't feel like I was on your level. You're a boss. I'm very insecure. So they were working on insecurities. But it feels like they're not working with insecurities anymore. This isn't over. We have unfinished business. So I think those insecurities are lifting. Excuse me. All right, pile number 2. What was the issue here? And then I think we will end with an animal card and just see what happens. Oh. So this is the way that they feel about you. Keep this in mind. I love your swag. You are the whole package. So even if they left the relationship or you said no, oh my goodness, it's the children in the hall. Sorry, that distracted me. Oh, normally they're not that loud. Even if they left you or you left them, they definitely had feelings for you, so don't doubt that. And what's this? You are so smart. You have figured me out. So, pile number 2, the Divine Masculine's warning bells have gone off. If you think that they have not noticed that you know what they're up to, then they have. So, you're smart. You do you. You take care of you, Divine Feminines, because they already know that either the relationship is ending or it has ended, because you have figured out what their game is and you're not going to play it anymore. Don't play their games. I want more. Tell me more. Tell me more. Come on, don't be shy. Oh, I got 2 more. Good. Telepathic communication. Yeah, even if you guys separate, when you think of the other person, chances are they'll be thinking of you. When you dream about the other person, chances are they might be dreaming of you. And sometimes when you're both awake and you're thinking of the other, you'll know it. Just because you lose physical connection with someone, if they are your twin flame, it doesn't mean that you lose energetic connection. That's how energy works. I feel like I've said that a number of times. I'm on a spiritual journey. You have awakened me. Okay, so they are starting to notice that there are things that they are doing to get in their own damn way. And that means that what follows is them saying, how do I fix this? However, it will be easier for them to focus on that if you are not around. Because you were over here dealing with your freaking finances and career. They have or will say, maybe I need to do some self-reflection. All right, pile number 3. What is the divine... Wait, no, that's not what is the Divine Masculine? What is he thinking? He or she, thinking right now. Because this is like a current, intense, hot mess. Woo! Let's see. I'm learning how to love myself now, thanks to you. Okay, well, that's not so messy. So, okay, that's positive. I like that. What else? Why am I singing a Christmas song? I don't know. Fa la 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 la. La 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 la. Maybe something will happen around Christmas. I don't know. That just came out. I know you are my soulmate, babe. Our bond is magnetic. I'm seeing all the signs. Well, this could be either the feminine or the masculine. But be that as it may, you guys need some time apart. Whoops. Oh my goodness. Please unblock me. Yeah, that's me calling you from an unknown number. Don't do it. No. If you're the Divine Feminine, it is time to man your boundaries. Don't do it. They might try and call you from an unknown number, so maybe don't pick those up. They might try and create a fake profile to view you, whatever. But if they make a blatant attempt to contact you, hang up the dang phone. You have to teach them by demonstrating that your boundaries are strong. So as much as they want you to unblock them, now is the time for you to focus on yourself. And if you lower your boundaries right after you put them up, were they really there to begin with? You know, a boundary is something that doesn't change. So maybe that's good instruction for you. What would it take for you to maintain a boundary? What kind of discipline would it take? Like when you want to call them or when you want to unblock them, what do? Pick up a book, put on a song, call a friend. Plan for these things because you're going to be tempted. Of course you are, right? Just like they're going to be tempted to call you. You know, mine said I have a hard time not calling you. It's like, yeah, because you have feelings for me and you won't do anything about it. Okay, there's 3. Oh boy. I'm going to put a ring on it when the time is right. Well, they might think that, but they still have some things to work through. Addictions clouded my vision. I'm trying to get my life together. Let them. They need that time because if they're dealing with addictions, that's a long road for them to walk. And that's why literally this pile is a long road. And then we have, yes, I was cheating. So there was a karmic involved. They made a bad decision and they realized the grass was not greener on the other side. That's tough because, you know, I can only speak to my own experience. I had to deal with a lot, as a neurodivergent person, had to deal a lot with rejection sensitivity. Because actually the big lesson for me with this path that I walked was I didn't even know what rejection sensitivity was. I had no idea how debilitating and how effed up a symptom that is. And that I've been dealing with it my whole life. Like I wasn't diagnosed as neurodivergent, you know, until like a couple of years ago. And I dealt with a bunch of things to help with my executive functioning skills, but I did not see that one coming. Let's just see what else comes out. Ooh, I'm a little emotional. I've been putting on a front. My life is not what it seems on the outside. So when you look at their life, they were going for, it was like over here, they were going for a package that they thought was better because of outside appearances. And that can hurt because that's rejection. So don't bury that feeling. Bring it up. Deal with it. Talk about it. Feel how much it hurt. Cry if you need to. Scream if you need to. Break things if you need to. And then let it out of your body. Because if you bury those emotions, I know this as a practitioner, they do not go anywhere. Our body is very, very good. It remembers on a cellular level. So, if that is the case, please, pile 3 in particular, as well as all of the piles, reach out to me for a personal reading if you like. But in the case of dealing with a lot of intense emotions and healing, reach out to me for a half-hour Reiki session online. I will just do it on Zoom or over the phone, and all you have to do is relax. And what happens in a Reiki treatment is you just deal with the emotions that come up as you feel the physical sensations that Reiki produces in your body, because energy has no boundaries. During the pandemic, I did distance treatments for my clients because they worked. So if you're interested, if you have questions, Energy Healing Oracle 555@gmail.com. Okay, I said animal cards. So we need a little guidance, a little beauty, a little joy at the end of these tunnels. And I'm going to do one animal card, one totem card for you, for Divine Masculine, and one for Divine Feminine, to give us current energy for where they are. And there can be so much information when you're dealing with totems, because the instincts of a totem, of an animal that it represents, are very clear. So, pile number 1, Divine Feminine. What energy are we currently in? Oh, intuitive. We have a loon. Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition, as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. So right now, point to make, even if you don't feel loved by your partner, the divine always loves you. The divine made you. There's divinity in you that you can pull out and create a safe space with, or recognize, or reach out to. You are intuitive, you are divine. Divine Masculine, what energy are we currently in? Oh, personal choice. Oh my goodness. Look, it's Noah in the ark after it landed. Close your eyes. Imagine what animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. So it's about choice. What's your intuition telling you? I'm tempted to draw another card, but then I think, no, it's up to them. That's something that they need to do for themselves. Okay, number 2, Divine Feminine. What energy are we in? Whoop! Oh, I love it. Goddess energy. Magic. Pay attention to signs. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through this deception, which is tracks for this because you're saying, I'm not playing their games anymore. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. Let the past go and make room for a better life. And that is a very fair assessment of what needs to happen, because, and I say this in my creative writing classes, nothing can enter your life until it has a space to inhabit. So if you want to make a better life, you have to find a space where that better life is going to be. Is it going to be in a community center, a doctor's office, a new job? Where is that going to be? You have to look at your life and say, what's going to go, what's going to stay. Beautiful. That's power. That is pure goddess power. So maybe I'll do a goddess reading in your honor tomorrow. And I think I have to check in on my moon phase, so I could probably do both of those things. Okay, Divine Masculine, pile number 2. Where are we at? Action. Okay. This is a pronghorn, but I look at it and I see like a gazelle. Now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen senses will lead you to success. Okay, so they're starting to get their shit together, which is good. Because if you are getting your shit together and planning for a life or parts of life that don't involve them, this is going to push them into action. And you're going to be safer. You know, don't make them the center of your life here. You need some space. All right, pile number 3. Divine Feminine, what energy are we in? What totem would be helpful to you now? Whew. And I think I need to do some bound energy work so that I am not exhausted at the end of a reading. I'm just learning how to do this. Okay. Protection, absolutely. Sea turtle. I feel the world through my skin. You are a master of finding life's flow. Be in harmony with the rhythm, and your path will unfold. Persevere, and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. Okay, so that means that the Divine Feminine needs to take those things and make use of them. Especially living in the sea, because the sea is abundance itself. You know, go where sea turtles feast, wherever that is in your life. Okay, Divine Masculine. Ooh. Okay. Inner knowing. Who we have? Goose. It's a goose. You are a brave traveler. Your soul knows the way. Be confident. You will achieve your destination. You will achieve your destination? Like you'll end up going the right place? Okay. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry. You are blessed. Let yourself fly. Okay, so maybe Divine Masculine is making a choice between the goose and the puffin right now, because the puffin is accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. Well, those are kind of both exactly what the Divine Masculine needs right now. They need to go places where there are other people to help them, not the Divine Feminine. Whew. Okay. I feel like I should be mopping my brow. All right, I'm really, really glad that I did that. I hope that you got some valuable information from that. And yes, these readings are for a collective. So again, there's going to be bits and pieces that resonate with you, and that's all that matters. However, if you want a personal reading that is actually just for you and just for your situation, I'm available. all you have to do is email me at energyhealingoracle555@gmail.com, and we can do something that is just for you. So yes, I'm hoping that this gave you a good place to start with, how you're feeling like today. But if you need some help in the future, you know how to reach me. There's information about me in the comment section. I have a Instagram account. I have a Facebook account, which I encourage you to join if you're not already there, because you can ask personal questions. I have a live coming up next week on March 17th. It's going to be St. Patrick leprechaun fairy kind of a reading full of magic. And if you want to talk to other people on the divine feminine, divine masculine, twin flame journey, that could be a place to do that. And that's Energy Healing Oracle 555 on Facebook. Okay. Whew. Well, I guess that's it. Take care. And again, please tell me which pile you resonated with. And if you have any questions, fire away. All right. Take care, my dears, and I will see you tomorrow. Good night, folks.